Hey, what's up? This is Jeremy Ginsberg, and I just want to make a quick video about a distinction between agreements and insights. And I got this from Rich Litvin, who's an amazing coach and powerful speaker and author. And basically, he talks about if you're reading something or consuming content or watching a speech, if you're listening for agreements, then basically you are closed off to new ideas. You're saying, I have an idea, my mind has an idea of how the world works, of how business works, or self-help, or whatever it is you're studying. And if it doesn't align with the agreements that I've decided are true, I'm writing it off. And this can be very detrimental, especially in the case that some people will read half of a book, and because there's a couple things that don't align with the agreements, discard everything in the entire book. Or maybe they read the whole book, or whatever it is. But you know what I'm talking about. The type of people who see one idea from one person that doesn't resonate, and therefore, and this is I think it's a logical fallacy it's called, therefore disregard everything that entire person said because there's one thing that doesn't align, doesn't agree. It's like, oh, this person had 9 things that were super inspiring and creative and new perspectives that I like, but then the one thing, no, that's stupid, this book sucks, this person's stuff, I'm chucking it out. And that's an extreme, but seriously, people do that. So listening for agreements is essentially saying, I'm right, I know everything, and I'm only going to understand this and take this new information in as wisdom and learn from it if it already fits my model of the world. So as you can connect the dots, it's pretty crazy, pretty silly, and also kind of cute, but that's how you kind of stay in your box, in one box. And if you want to understand people who have that perspective and they don't want to change, and it's like, oh, I'm not getting through to them, that's why they have a perception of the world or the way things are, and if it doesn't agree with that, they say, screw this isn't right, give me my money back, I'm out of here. So what you want to do is listen for agreements. Sorry, I just totally jinxed myself. Don't want to listen to agreements, or you can if you want to stay stuck in the same mindset for your entire life. But when you listen for insights, now you're open. Now you're saying, maybe I can learn something new. Or one beautiful thing, I was at a business conference and we were going around and people were saying what they're hoping to get out of the talk. And one guy said, I'm just hoping to get one golden nugget that I can take away from this. And even though a part of me was like, just one? This guy's like, setting a low bar here. Realizing that that's beautiful, because basically he's saying if 99% of what you tell me is crap, but you give me one nugget that changes my life and how I run my business, I'll be happy. And that's beautiful, because basically he's saying, hey, I'm just here for insights, and even if I just get one, it's worth my time. And so from that perspective, listening for insights, reading for insights, watching for insights, even if it's people you don't agree with or you don't learn from the past, or they don't share your ideology, looking for insights is a way to really learn from people that are different from you, that have different perspectives, and overall it's just a better way to stay open. So hopefully you watch this video for insights and not agreements. And either way, I would love to hear from you and hear how this affects how you learn and consume information, because this is something that I've actually learned just in the last year, but it's been pretty mind-blowing, if you will. And so just wanted to make this quick little video demonstrating that and sharing that, because I think it's very important. I feel that we as a society aren't really taught how to learn and how to think. And that's what I'm super fascinated about. I grew up in a family that was very skeptical. Or my dad's a lawyer, so he's skeptical by nature. He gets paid for his skepticism, which is beautiful. That's fine. Nothing wrong with that. But just realizing as a kid how I kind of picked up those tendencies. And he used to say things like, or he still does, but he's like, oh, all the self-help books say the same thing. I don't need another book. Or yoga, meditation, mindfulness, it's all the same thing. And I understand where he's coming from with this sense of like, they all kind of say the same thing, and I don't agree with some of those things, so I'm not writing off those entire things. I used to kind of get frustrated But only recently have I come around to really like understand and have more compassion for him and just those types of people, and just realizing that they're not consciously choosing to disagree or to stay closed. It's just they have a way of the world that they see, and it scares them to open up to new possibilities, or it's uncomfortable, or they're just not used to it, or whatever's taking place on a subconscious level. And because of that, they're just looking for agreements. And so even if you don't use this yourself, hopefully it can help you understand people who, like I said, you just can't get through them. It's like, come on, are you crazy? What's going on? And just realizing that, like, the mind is slippery, and we can just create a story and just defend the story and then disregard everything else. And that's why, I mean, look at the society. That's why we have wars. That's why a lot of crazy bad things happen. Look who's in power in certain countries. So it is it's important to understand kind of how the mind works, so we can use it to our advantage and stay open to new ideas, even if we don't agree with them. Just be like, oh, that's an insight. I never thought about it like that. You don't say, oh, I believe this, I'm going to take action and start a business and be a social activist because of this. Just staying open. And just notice how the word insight, it comes from within. So it's not something that you agree with that's up here. It's something that inside happens, and you say, that's a new perspective. I never thought about it like that. So really tuning into your body and how your body responds, because that's where truth comes from. It's a feeling. It's from your stomach, your gut. It's not something up here. And lastly, I just want to say, for all the doubters out there, or maybe the people who don't understand people that doubt so much, and this is an insight that came to me just yesterday, this morning, is realizing that coming from myself, someone who has complete faith in myself, in the world, in the universe, in my body, everything, the unfolding of life, and realizing that not everyone has that, and looking around and saying, oh, this person doesn't have faith. But I realize that everyone has faith. It's just a matter of, do you have faith in yourself, in truth, in love, in something outside of you, or do you have faith in your agreements that you've already decided? And if that's the case, then you have faith in your doubt. Because if somebody is if they doubt and then they doubt their doubt, every once in a while they'll be like, oh, that was stupid, I shouldn't have doubted that because I was wrong. But what happens is people take their faith, because all things are created equal. We all have access to energy, to inspiration, to faith. If you say faith is tangible and you have 100 faith points, we all have the same amount, right? Not one person can say, I have more faith than you. It's just like abstract as it is. But what happens is people take their faith and transmute it into their lower energies, putting it into their doubt, into their mind. So they have more faith in their doubt than they do in being open into insights, into the world, into someone else being right. So we all have faith, and it's just seeing it from that perspective has helped me, because I was going crazy. I was like, why do you doubt everything? And I say these things, and you ask like 10 questions, and I'm just going crazy to some of these people, whether my family members, people I'm coaching, or just people that I see out in the world. I'm like, keep an open mind. It's obvious. Just don't listen for agreements. Listen for insights. And just realize just today or yesterday that like they have faith. It's just faith in their ability to doubt. And so I just want to share that little insight that came through. So with that, I hope you found this video helpful. If there's anything you'd like to add or any comments, anything I missed, please keep the conversation going. If you have any questions, I would love to flow on this and continue this dialogue. Again, I'm not committed and tied to this. I'm open for insights, so it could be wrong in a lot of these things. And also, if there's something important in your life that you feel you could get more support one-on-one on, let me know, because I'm a coach and I work with creatives and entrepreneurs and people with inspiring ideas, and I help them open up to their hidden potential and do awesome things. So with that, I'll sign off, and I'll see you very soon. Peace, love, and insights. Namaste.